Snowmen are a popular theme for Christmas and winter decorations. A famous snowman character is Frosty the Snowman. Now, Frosty wore a silk hat, had sticks for arms, coal or buttons for the eyes, mouth, and belly, and typically a carrot was used for the nose, and you saw a corn-cob pipe in the mouth and wore a scarf. Now, this Frosty lady will not have a pipe because she knows smoking is bad for her health. So let's get into making this glamour Frosty Snow Lady. The supplies needed include 3 blocks from Dollar Tree, hot glue, white chalk paint, black twinkle pink, and warm sunset acrylic paint, 1 sock, 1 stick from a candy apple, and 1 gem, and 1/8 inch of iridescent gray ribbon. So the first thing that you want to do is to gather your supplies and determine how you want to arrange the blocks. You can arrange them any way you like. If you want to make them like I have, you will want to stagger them on top of each other and hot glue. What I decided to do was paint mine first and then glued them down, but I used 2 coats of chalk paint. Now normally I think it would only take 1 coat, and it may have been the type of wood, or maybe I needed to shake up the paint a little better. Make sure it is nice and smooth. The next time I may use a foam brush instead of a bristle paintbrush. Maybe that will make the paint go on a little better and a little more smooth. So once the blocks are dry, then I assemble them as previously decided. So now on to embellishing the blocks. I painted the buttons on the middle block first, and I painted them black. I painted 3 buttons because they always say that odd numbers are better. Then I painted the eyes and the dots for the mouth on the top block. Someone gave me a candy apple, and as I finished eating it, I noticed that the tip that was in the apple was a little pointed. And I thought, that might be a good idea for the nose. So I cleaned it off really good with soap and water, and I let it dry out really good. When I brought it home, I painted it warm sunset and let it dry. Then I cut the tip off and sanded it for smoothness, and then hot glued it to the face. Now she needed a little jazzing up, so I thought that she could use some rouge on her cheeks, and I found some twinkle pink paint. This is acrylic paint to make her cheeks pink. And again, I took the eraser, the tip of the eraser, and dipped it into the twinkle pink paint, and then dipped it on either side of her face. But since she is a glamour girl, she needed a hat and a scarf. I had an old sock, so I cut the top part of the sock because it had elastic and it fit perfectly over the head. I scrunched the top and I tied an iridescent ribbon. Now this ribbon was probably maybe 6 inches long and it was 1/8 inch. But the hat was a little bit too big, so I needed to cut it down a little bit, and there was just enough left over to make a scarf. I wrapped it between the first and second block and added a gem, and she looks warm and toasty and has a little pizzazz. As you will notice in the colder areas of the country, that you will only see green trees because the maple and the oak trees and the elm trees, etc., have lost their leaves. The tree that I will make is very simple and can have a modern or traditional vibe. So the supplies needed for this tree includes 1 cardboard cone, 1 bag of green crushed glass, and I got that at the Dollar Tree, and some hot glue. So what you want to do is to start at the bottom of the cone. To hot glue the crushed glass, you go around and around and around until you reach the top. Now it depends on the size of your tree. It would take you a little bit longer if your tree is taller, but if your tree is a small one like mine, probably 6 inches, it should not take you too long. I did not want to spray it gold or silver or embellish it with any rhinestones because I just like the simplicity of a slight sparkle when you look at its beauty. So, if you have liked what you've seen, please like, save, subscribe, and send it to someone to lift their spirits. Smiling helps you stay positive, so try this test. Smile. Now try to think of something negative without losing that smile. It's hard, isn't it? Smiling can influence your feelings of positivity, and even if it feels unnatural or forced, regardless of whether or not your smile is genuine, it sends a message that life is good to your brain and ultimately to the rest of your body. Have a great day. Bye-bye.